Good afternoon. Welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well wherever you're watching me from around the world. Please subscribe and share and like this video. So today I want to talk about the Kenyan teachers. So Kenya has this CBC education system. We call it the password curriculum. That is 2666. I don't know what. But now the teachers that teach there, they teach the students from the playgroup up to secondary school. Their salaries per month vary between $50 to $200 per month. That is 5,000 to 20,000. Now that may seem a lot, but here in Kenya that is just peanuts. People cannot survive. In fact, a teacher earning such a salary of $200 per month cannot live in a good area. Once they pay the bills, rents, school fees, food for their children, other expenses, they are left even with $1, $10. The other day they had gone to the streets to say they are going to go on strike. So the government promised pay increment, and believe, and with great astonishment, they were each added $10. Each primary school teacher in Kenya was added $10 as pay increment. Just look at the way they look at teachers. That's why I'm saying Kenyan poorly paid teachers. You see, in developed countries, let's take a country like Sweden. Teachers are paid so well. You find people who are teaching playgroup or kindergarten, their salaries start from $10,000 per month. That's a million Kenya shillings, isn't it? That's the money that they pay politicians here. Because they understand for a country to develop, the first entry point to the world, because schools is whereby the young child is exposed to the world. It has to be exposed to someone who changes their life for the better, not for the worse. So you find here teachers being paid $50. He or she is stressed. The children are disturbing her. There are too many in classroom. That's why you find these cases of teachers even injuring students, killing students. That's why they had to ban corporal punishment. But even that, we've had injuries to students. Very bad things, which I don't condone, because that's wrong. You should not. A teacher can correct a student or punish a student without being physical. There are more creative punishment, detention, collecting of I don't know, papers in the playground, telling them to write apology letters, telling them to bring parents. If they had broken things in the school, telling them to repay, the parents to repay. So that makes the student responsible, not physical punishment. That's what I'm saying, Kenyan poorly paid teachers. Now, how did we reach here? When we got our independence, in the villages there, teachers were the most highly paid people, because most Africans were now still uneducated. They were still now trying to get into the world, starting business, starting professions. So teacher was the first person in the village to own a bicycle, was the first person in the village to own a television set, was the first person in the village to own a radio. Young Gen Zs didn't have computers back in the 80s and 70s. Computers are things that came the other day, 20 years ago, the laptops, internet. So people used to use television, radio, which the teacher owned. The teacher was the first person even to have a kiosk or a shop in the villages. You didn't have these big supermarkets. That's what I'm saying. Kenyan poorly paid teachers. The problem here in Kenya is that we pay politicians a lot and they do nothing. They don't pass laws to help the country. They don't oversight government institutions to reduce corruption. They don't make Kenyans have hope by passing laws that promote business, entrepreneurship, protect our inventions. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Kenyan poorly paid teachers. So that was the genesis. But over time, teachers started losing their status as people who used to earn more. Politicians happened on the scene. business people happened on the scene, the wash guys happened on the scene, who paid themselves big money through corruption or through swindling or by selling drugs. So with the time, the teacher was the most person who was looked up in the society or in the village started to be looked down because people don't associate with someone who doesn't have a car, who doesn't have a big building, who doesn't have big businesses that now most teachers don't have. So how do you autocorrect? We autocorrect by teachers first of all realizing that the government as it's now cannot pay you good money. That's a fact. It's for the teachers now to start coming together and forming private schools of their own. You have 10, 20 teachers coming together, starting their own small school, which grows, or building rental apartments or rental houses, coming together doing commercial farming, because they say there's strength in numbers. You know, in Kiswahili, you have a saying, one finger cannot kill a bed bug, but several fingers will squeeze the bed bug. The bed bug here is poverty, bad governance, corruption. So now, you see our teachers, that's what I'm saying. They have to think outside the box and create their own means of money. The government cannot pay them money the way it is now. That's a fact. I've accepted. I'm a lecturer over 20 years, and as a part-timer, we are given nothing. In fact, it's as if we're wasting our time. Because if we say we rely on government or other institutions or private universities to pay us good money, that won't happen, and it can never happen in our current Kenya. So it's us, the people, use what is there. There's virtual. Can teachers come together, set up virtual, whereby you can be doing tuitions virtually for the people in the whole country, even outside Kenya. People, when they're in holidays, they want their children to be busy. So if the internet is like so much access of internet, they set up something virtual, even an hour. You have 1,000 students, each one paying $10 per week. That's $1 million. It can even be 1,000 students across the country and Africa. Maybe you are 10 teachers, each one handling 100 students, because you have to share. So 100 is max. Or it can be 5 teachers handling 1,000 students, each one 200. Is that it's a good number. Maybe in a day it's divided into even 4 lessons. Each one has his own group of 50, 50, 50. So that now the students learn better. That's 1,000. Each one paying 1,000 per week. That's $1 million. In a week, in a month, that's 4 million. And you are, let's talk of the 40 people. That's 400,000 for each teacher. And that's like what? $4,000. While you, if you are employed, you're being given $200. Compare $200 and $4,000. Who's winning? That's what I'm saying. Kenyan poorly paid teachers. And this can easily change if teachers think outside the box, they unite, come up with products that help the society, help the children to be better. Start commercial businesses, start virtual learning. Isn't it? The world now is virtual. Isn't it? Create content. Become a YouTuber. Give good content in your home, your village. You are teaching, yes, but you're giving good content. Your target is how many subscribers? 10,000 subscribers. Convince 100 of them to be giving you at least 1,000 per week. That is 400,000 per month. Or even just $10 per month, and there are 1,000 people. 1,000 people giving you $10 per month. That's what? $1 million. In a year, 12 million. You're a millionaire. Because of the knowledge you have, you're doing YouTubing about issues of education, common life. Because as a teacher, you can express yourself through English, which is the word lingua franca. We're discussing issues that are interesting in the world. because you are a man or woman of knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Kenyan poorly paid teachers, they need to change and think outside the box and create their own products that they can sell to the people, isn't it? That's what I was talking about. C square plus P plus B. C square stands for content creation, P stands for productivity, B stands for building. That's what the teachers can do. Then they'll prosper. So this is the Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you who's watching me that you have a long life, become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children and grandchildren and all your generations, and that your dreams become true of getting a job, expanding your business ventures, acquiring more land, building that big flat that you want to build, getting that nice partner to start a family with, getting the children you want, getting a grant for your school, for your education, getting sponsorship in whatever you want to do, getting a passport to travel outside Kenya, and just being prosperous in whatever you do. I want to pray for myself, I, Professor Maima, to get $1 billion, 100 billion Kenya shillings, to build the biggest technological university here in Africa that can produce a product that can be used here in Africa and worldwide, to provide jobs for these young Gen Zs, to train future entrepreneurs, and to earn money for myself and the Kenyan government. That's my prayer, amen. So if you have liked what I've said on this, our channel, please send something on the mobile number down there, +254 769 729 327. I repeat again, mobile M-Pesa, +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, gwaheri ya kuonana, gwaheri.